TV news reporters all over the country are using the phrase, "We stand with WDBJ," to share their sorrow over the deaths of two journalists from our CBS affiliate in Roanoke, Virginia. Journalists from coast to coast are posting images on social media to show their support.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning, everybody. And we, too, stand with WDBJ. We're going to bring you some of the other headlines in a moment, but first we want to bring you more from this morning's big story. Family and friends are remembering 24-year-old reporter Alison Parker. She and photographer Adam Ward were killed in Wednesday's on-air shooting. Her co-workers at WDBJ call her a rock star.
Hey everyone, I'm Alison Parker. Photojournalist Adam Ward and I are putting the final touches on our special report.
We've seen cars heading into town with snow and ice on top of their cars, and it's spilling off.
State police are expecting people to head out for the holiday weekend as early as today, so let's see if we can catch anybody.
I wanted to go through a sleep study to see if my job impacts how I snooze.
Adam, come out from in front of the camera. He is the ugly stepmother and just looking absolutely gorgeous. There's also a 5K mud run, which I guess it's about my time to try.
When I was younger, I wanted to either become a doctor or become a pharmacist, but as a journalist, I get to cover those types of fields, so it's close enough.
Alison Parker's boyfriend, Chris Hurst, is a news anchor at the station and joins us this morning. Chris, thank you so much. And first, you and your colleagues at WDBJ and her family are in our prayers this morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I had not been able to hear her voice until I just heard it in my ear just now since yesterday. And I miss her voice, and everyone in this community got to hear it nearly every single day, and now they can, except in memory.
Chris, what are you holding there?
This was something that was made by Alison for me, that was personal for us. We only had 9 months together, but I can tell you guys it was a white-hot relationship that burned full of love. We were betrothed to each other. We were going to get married. We moved in together in August. Because we wanted to save money to buy a house and to buy a ring. We were living the dream, and that dream was shattered. For our 6-month anniversary, we didn't have enough time to have an anniversary, so all we could have were month anniversaries. She made me this scrapbook and said that we were the cutest, newsiest, prettiest couple ever, and we are. And I had that for 9 months. I had what all of us in this business, well, not maybe all of us, but some people are desirous of being a power couple and a team. And I found my teammate and my partner. These pictures here are when we had an opportunity to live anchor a St. Patrick's Day parade here in downtown Roanoke together. And it was the only time we really ever worked together, because I anchor the 6 and 11 o'clock news, and she does the morning show.
Chris,
but we got that together.
You shared so much of your life and your experiences. Did you have any sense, did Alison have any sense that she was being targeted?
No. No. And we talk in TV news, and I talk to her. We would talk about what we would do in these situations when it comes time to have to identify a shooter, and I really don't want to talk about him. I really don't. But I will say this, that he made many claims against many people at this station that were all unfounded, innocuous claims that any reasonable, or innocuous statements that any reasonable person would hear would conclude that they were innocuous, and yet they were taken out of context, and he allowed hate to fester. And we need to figure out if there's anything that can be done in the future to help these people who want to harbor hate in their heart.
Chris, how did you find out yesterday about what had happened?
So our relationship was that we weren't able to really see each other much during the week. She did the morning show and I did 6 and 11. So our schedule was pretty much, I would come home from work around midnight. I would stay up until she got up, and I would make her breakfast and make her her lunch and send her off her day. She texted me when she got to work at around 3 a.m. that said, "Good night, sweet boy." And that was the last that I had heard of her. And then about 7 o'clock yesterday morning, I got calls from the station telling me that there was a shooting live on air and that I needed to come to the station.
Chris, I'm so sorry, and all of us, our hearts go out to you. I don't even know how you're talking to us right now, to be honest. You're being very brave to share all this. Are you going to continue to cover this?
The way that I'm talking to you is, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm a part of the story now, and I don't know what I can do to cover it other than to share her story. You know, that becomes part of the story, and to cover it means I'm going to cover Alison. And Adam was a friend and someone that I was excited to do fantasy football with this coming fall again. And
Chris,
he loved Melissa with all of his heart, and he was a much, much better boyfriend and fiance than I could ever be. He loved her with every ounce of his being, and she loved him back. And he was so spontaneous and giving in his love that it was easy to see why Melissa and he were so meant for each other.
And how do you want Alison to be remembered?
That she was not only a great journalist, but that she was excellent at everything that she did. She was a wonderful gymnast, and she won at swimming. She was a champion swimmer and a marvelous dancer. And the only thing that I really regret this morning is that I never got to see her dance in person. She was going to be in a celebrity dancing competition coming up very soon, and she was practicing the tango with her partner, and she would have been so fantastic in it. She would have been better than everybody else. She would have won the darn thing. But she wouldn't let me see it until the night of the performance. And she was phenomenal, and she was the love of my life, and she told me every day that I was the love of hers.
Chris, thank you again for sharing with us this morning. We understand how difficult it is, and again, our thoughts and prayers go out to all of you at the station. Thanks so much.
This was two of us, guys. This was two of us, gunned down. We will not forget them. We will not forget them.
We won't either.